Welcome everyone to my YouTube channel. In this video we'll look at division of polynomials. Okay, and so for us to divide a polynomial by another, there is one condition that must be fulfilled, and that condition says that the degree of the dividend, the one you are dividing, must be greater than the degree of the divisor. Like here now we can see the degree of our dividend is 2, while the degree of the divisor is 1. It must be greater or equal to. So that is to say, if the degree of the divisor is greater than that of the dividend, then the division cannot go through. And so, and the process of division here is just almost the same as that of division of numbers, where you have, for instance, 542 divided by 2. So you're going to take this digit after digit. So if 2 goes into 5, you will get 2, and 2 times 2 is 4. And you check if there's a remainder 1, you bring down the next digit 4, and you go again just like that. And that's exactly what we are going to do here. But the only difference is that in division of polynomials, we are just only going to divide with the so that the very first term in the divisor is what you use to divide the first term in the dividend, and you keep going that way until you get to your final answer. So let's begin. Now, can x divide 3x squared? Yes, it can. And if it goes, we are going to have 3x left, and then we now use this 3x to multiply everything here. And if we do that, 3x times x will give us 3x squared, and then 3x times 2 will give us plus 6x. And then I haven't gotten this. We'll try to check if there is a remainder, and to do that we will subtract. So we are going to have 3x minus 3x will go, minus 2x minus 6x will give us minus 8x, and then we are done. So we try to check, can x go again? And of course x can divide 8x, and if it goes, you will have minus 8. So 8 will now multiply again, so we'll have minus 8x, and then minus 8 times 2 will give us minus 16. And so we are going to bring down what we have here. And if we bring down, we also have minus 16 here. Then we'll now check if there is another remainder. And if we do that, we'll subtract. This minus this is 0. This minus this will also go. So there is no remainder. And that means that is the end of our division. Therefore, after our division, the quotient is simply equal to 3x minus 8, while there is no remainder. And so this is the solution. Okay, so that's simply how to divide polynomials. There is another one here which says that we should also find the quotient and the remainder if there is. And again, we're also going to try to do this using the same approach. So solution, and then here we have a polynomial of the fourth order or fourth degree. So we have 2x raised to the power 4, and it's to be divided now by x cubed plus 3x plus 1. So now whenever you divide by a polynomial, remember, like we said, what are you going to have? You are going to be dividing by the first term, of course, and our first term here is s cubed. So s cubed divide 2s raised to power 4. We are going to have only 2x left, and so we multiply now, and that will give us 2x raised to power 4. 2x times 3x will give us 6x squared. And then 6x squared. And then at this point, what are we going to do here? We'll now multiply by 1, and that will give us that will give us 2x. Now, but it will be good to write this under the x, and the same thing should be done here. Okay, so what we are going to have here, this place will shift it under the x, and so we're going to have 6x squared here. That's under x squared. Okay, now that means there is no value for x cubed, and so we can actually call it 0x cubed if we want. Okay, and then at this point we can now subtract to find our remainder, and that's going to give us, this is going to be 0, and 3x, of course you are subtracting 0, so it will remain the same. Then x squared minus 6x squared will give us minus 5x squared. Then minus 4 minus 2 will give us minus 6. And then at this point we will divide again. S cubed divide minus 3s cubed. We'll just have only minus 3 left. And then we'll multiply through. And that will give us minus 3s cubed minus 3 times this will give us minus 9x squared minus 9x only. So we just have minus 9x, meaning there is no x squared value. So we shift to this place, minus 9x, and then minus 3 times 1 will give us minus 3. And that means there you also have 0 here. And so we can subtract at this point, and if we do that, this is going to give us 0. So we are just bringing down our 5 minus 5x squared, and then here minus 6 minus minus 9 is going to give us 3x, and then we'll bring down our 5, and then 5 minus minus 3 will simply give us 8. And then can we divide again? Can x cubed divide x squared? And so once again it has defied the condition. The degree of the divisor is now greater than the degree of what you're dividing, so we are going to stop there. So it means then that our quotient is simply equal to 2x minus 3, while our remainder is equal to minus 5x squared plus 3x plus 8, and that is the required solution for this problem. Okay, and then finally there is an example 4 here for us. And so what do we do with this example? Also, we are going to draw our line for division, and in this case we are dividing by x squared minus 2x, and then plus 4, and we are going to divide x cubed. Now look at this polynomial here. There are no values for x squared and then x, so we are going to close them up with 0. The reason is so that it will be easy for us to do subtraction when we want to do that. And then we have plus 8 here. Remember that this is the same thing as what we are given, because 0 times this will still remove the 2 of them, and so we'll just have s cubed plus 8. So let's go. Now we are dividing with this. So x squared divide s cubed will simply give us x, and we'll multiply. So we'll have s cubed, then x squared times minus 2x will give us minus 2x squared, and x times 4 will give us 4x. So at this point you have seen the importance of these zeros we added here. So if we subtract now, we are going to have 0 here, and then 0 minus minus 2 is going to give us positive 2x squared. And then the same thing here, 0 minus 4x is going to give us minus 4x. And then we'll try to divide again. X squared divide 2x squared is just going to give us 2. And then we multiply. So we have plus 2x squared. And then we have here minus 4x. That's if 2 multiplies this. And then 2 times 4 will give us 8. And if we bring down this and subtract now to look for a remainder, you will see that this is 0, 0, 0. So there is no remainder. It means remainder here is 0, and then our quotient is simply equal to x plus 2. So the implication of this is that this divisor is actually a factor for this polynomial. Okay, so there is a remainder here, so this is not a factor. And kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel. We will see you in our next video. Bye.